I'm Karen Hetherington, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. I started out in social work, and the reason I became a social worker was because I had 2 foster daughters, and I really could not find the services for them that I was looking for and wasn't getting their needs met. And I found really frustration with the system, so I decided that I was going to go and learn how to be a social worker so I could get those needs met for them and for all the other kids that, were in the system. So I did that for almost 22 years, and then I decided that I wanted to work more one-on-one with individuals that really needed the help, that didn't get guidance from parents, grandparents, mentors. So I started out with my focus on the foster children that were kind of aging out of the system and just needing that extra little bit of, TLC, because they just, once they're 18, they don't have anywhere to go. And when I look back to thinking when I was 18, I didn't know a whole lot about the world, and I had great parents. So I just wanted to really serve that population. And so I went back, got my master's, and started counseling, and here we are. Mostly women are attracted to my profile for some reason, a few men. And it's women that are suffering from depression, anxiety, a lot of relationship issues, a lot of not knowing where to go in life, not knowing what to do next, not having any direction. And so women tend to be drawn to my profile due to that. And obviously, I'm a seasoned person, so I have a lot of life experiences that I can share with them. So I'll work with anyone 18 and up, men or women. I really don't have a preference. I just want to help people live a better life if they're on that track. Co-parenting is tricky, especially, as the couple is divorced. I tried to meet with each of them separately one time just to find out where they're at, what their relationship is like between, parents. And then I just tried to be a mediator, navigate, help them create boundaries, and also really impress upon them consistency in both homes if possible, and also working on making things for the children as safe and as normal as possible while they're going through this phase, and the better that they can act towards one another and not say negative things in front of their children about the other, the better their children will do. So I try to just focus on helping the parents be the best they can be so they can co-parent the kids together, kind of on the same page, or at least close to that. That's a good question, because for about a year I did non-faith-based, which I'm still open to doing. Everybody needs help, doesn't matter if you believe or not believe. But I chose to go faith-based because there are things in my personal life, being a Christian, that I try to follow the laws of God and biblical principles, and I was having to affirm a lot of things that I didn't feel were right, and I felt they were going against my own beliefs. So I decided to make the switch to faith-based, but still be willing to counsel those who do not believe, because we can always be a good role model for those people too. But it just felt more deeply of who I was, and that's who I want to share with my clients. And it's also really cool to be able to share that and talk about faith and talk about biblical principles in sessions, and having clients want to live their life based on faith-based principles, and that's really exciting for me. So I made the switch, and I thoroughly have enjoyed it. I think it can be. I think it depends on the clinician and depends on the client. Today's client seems to want it because it's more convenient. And all I ask of my clients is to be their true selves. And in session, I'm the same way. You know, I try to create a really relaxed atmosphere, be who I am, share what I think will benefit them, and I just ask them to do the same. And I have had them return, so I feel like they must be benefiting from it. I haven't done all telehealth until this time, but I do feel that they're getting just as much benefit as in person. Now, do I miss in person? A little bit, but I'm learning to show the same skills online that I have in person. It took a while for me to sort of figure it out, but I feel like I'm helping my clients and they're benefiting. In my first session, I will probably go over your intake with you and ask you to expand on your answers. Want to get to know them, want to learn about their likes, dislikes, what their goals are, how I can help them, where they feel the most work. So it's going to be a lot of questions, and just telling me about yourself. I just ask them just about everything they think I could ask, to get to know them a little bit better. That way I can tailor my sessions to what they express that they need. And I always tell them, I'm going to talk a lot in this session because I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. But, and I just want you to answer them openly and honestly. No judgment, no right or wrong answer. Just tell me what's going on in your life and how I can help you. Probably that what you see is what you get. I'm pretty down to earth. Like I said before, not a lot of judgment. I've had so many life experiences that have led me to kind of realize that people go through hard things and hard times, and we don't know the circumstance, we don't know what brought them there. And so just being compassionate and loving them through whatever they're going through, I feel like that's the gift God gave me, because I have empathy, but I also have accountability. And I just want them to know that they can tell me whatever is on their mind, and I'm not going to chastise them or judge them or look down on them if they're going through something that's hard to talk about, or the problems that they're dealing with. I'm going to be there, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to do the best I can to help. Some situations are harder to deal with than others. But again, with my life experiences, I've had my own trauma, my own issues, my own family So I know how hard life can be and some of the things that can really hurt you to the core. And I think once that happens to you, you look at life differently and you have more compassion. I love to be outdoors. I love the sunshine. I love hiking, biking, walking, anything that takes me outdoors. I also have a couple indoor hobbies. I make jewelry, nothing big, but I like doing that. I don't get to spend time with my children because one lives in Hawaii, one lives in California. So those times are few and far between, but we do FaceTime a lot, and I enjoy being with my family. And you know, I think I've been blessed in my life to have good people in my life, and I'm at a good place in my life where I feel like God has really taken care of me. When I look back and look at my life, yeah, I've had a lot of hard things, but He got me through, and without those things, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So even though they were hard at the time, when I look back, I can be grateful.